Well, it's XCT, Sunday evening, pretty late in the evening. It's the Sunday before Halloween. Tomorrow night, have a walker out, go to our son's town, and his children and grandchildren will come in, and the mothers know the town well, and they'll have a fine time going trick and treat. Donna and I get a kick out of the fact that most of the kids don't really have any idea that they're supposed to have a trick to do if they're asked for it. For them, it's just trick or treat. Hold out the hand, give me some candy. And that's what most people expect, so it's not a problem. Be kind of cute if the number of people on just say a single block would say, hey, want to see your trick, and then you'll get your treat. It'd be quite a surprise to our great grandchildren because I don't think they've got any idea that they might be asked, what's your trick? Of course, I think it comes back from the old days when some of the tricks that were done are not very nice. I know that somewhere earlier I mentioned the story of the Indian family that father was about to wear the seat of the pants out of a couple of boys. And they said, but Dad, when George Washington cut down the cherry tree, his dad didn't give him a whooping. Yeah, he said, but George Washington wasn't in the tree when the boys cut it down, when the boy cut it down. I was in the outhouse when you dumped it in the river. Would make a difference, you know. Anyway, that was just to establish the timeline. Tomorrow is Halloween. Today's an important day because our oldest great-grandson was born the day before Halloween, if I remember correctly. Proof again that I'm the resident tightwad. These are the slivers of soap. You can see right there you've got a light, a dark, and a white. And over here on the other side, two whites. So there's one, two, three, four, three or four pieces of soap, little slivers that I've stacked together until they stuck together. Oh yeah, the old tightwad conservative, he doesn't want to waste anything. Got another real thin piece that's just about ready to be added to this. Yeah, I don't know that you have to be a spendthrift to be a liberal. But I'm a tightwad. I'm a conservative in almost any sense of the word, except how I vote. It's a beautiful time of the year. We can't drive down a street now without my wife saying, hey, hey, stop, take a picture of that tree. Oh, there are some beautiful foliage in Kansas. Oh, I wouldn't say it's as good as what we used to have in Colorado, but in some ways better, some ways not as good. All those aspen groves, when they change in Colorado, whole banks of color on mountainsides. Where here in Kansas, it's more the group of trees or the isolated tree that's just gorgeous. Can't hardly say that one's better than the other because they're both just great. Just great. Tried to watch football today, but I'm a fan of Belichick and the Patriots and our years at Denver. I'm a Bronco fan. I still feel bad that they turned Shanahan loose. They aren't doing worth a darn. They'd be way ahead if they kept him. But if you don't win the Super Bowl ever so often, you're very likely to get a pink slip. And Shanahan's not doing that good over at Washington. I thought, well, I think he's made them better. But it's a very competitive business, just like business in general is very competitive. A little uneasy today. Got up with some flashing pain in the right groin. And of course, the right groin is where they put that tube into me to run it up into my heart and get a view of my heart to see what kind of condition it's in. And every time I've seen a doctor since then or phoned in to a doctor with setting a date or anything, one of the questions they ask me is, any growing pain? Up until today, I could have said and did say, no, none at all. My gosh, after a good night's sleep, no big deal yesterday, I didn't do any big work or anything. A little bit of growing pain this morning. Hit me half a dozen times. Hasn't hit me since, I don't know, noon. It makes you uneasy. So I guess tomorrow, one of the first things I do, play eeny, meeny, miny, mo, do I call Dr. Armini or do I call Dr. Parikh? And I think it's Dr. Armini. Saw him just recently, and he seemed to think I was doing fine. Gave me an appointment for next April when we plan to be back here. But he said, be sure to let me know, or have Dr. Parikh be sure to let me know what he says after he checks you. He's the electric man. Never really thought about the body being regulated by electric currents. Apparently the heart definitely has some electric currents, because Dr. Armani did the catheterization, but he also had Dr. Parikh in there doing some checking on something somehow, somewhere. I'm unconscious. I don't know when he did what, but you do have two doctors. Dr. Armani, who does the actual catheterization, and Dr. Parikh, who evidently checks out the electrical side of the operation of your body and your heart. So I'm not uneasy, but anytime the doctors ask you each time they see you or that you call in, if you've had any pain in the groin, if you've had any of this, any of that, let them know. Good idea to let them know. So I'll be on the phone tomorrow. Beautiful fall evening. Sun is on the flag, just gorgeous across the street, right at Douglas City Hall. The temperature is, 60, I suppose. I'm a bit bundled up, but I'm very comfortable. Looking forward to a very pleasant day tomorrow, and following along as the great-grands do their trick-and-treat routine in their Grandpa Briggs's, my son's, town. It will be fun. I even get to sample some of the goods. Who knows? I do indeed have a sweet tooth. Seems strange that my wife's having to fight the battle of sugar diabetes, and I'm not, because I have, I think, far more of a sweet tooth than she does. Go figure. Have a good day. God bless you each and every one.